one Saturday morning.
We are back. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Color Commentary crew. We'll be giving you views from a different side. When I first got this shirt here with Captain America, I thought it was interesting because Captain America looks very blackish to me on this shirt. And this was right around the time that in the comics that Sam Wilson had taken over the mantle of being Captain America. So I wasn't quite sure if this was Sam Wilson or if it was Steve Rogers with the tan. I don't really know. But now the new Captain America, as far as the MCU is concerned, is a black guy. And that is Anthony Mackie is going to be playing this role now. And Falcon and Bucky Barnes, Sebastian Shaw, or the Winter Soldier, are going to have a show on Disney Plus. What did I say? Say Winter Soldier, right?
I just said Winter Soldier. I'm just
Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier.
I wish I had that angry kazoo sound that they have in that, in the Winter Soldier. Like, every time he does something.
That's when he's cool. That's when he's cool before he turns good. He gets beat up by everybody.
I wonder if they're, Bucky probably doesn't remember much. I wonder if Falcon is going to sit down and talk to him about the time that he was driving and your boy jumped on the vehicle and reached in and pulled the steering wheel out.
And then he ripped what was the Hydra guy? What was his name? Agent. Oh God. What word?
If you had asked me, I could have told you. But yeah, you threw him down the guard.
Yeah, he was like, oh. Got hit by the tractor trailer on the other side of the road. Like, oh wow, that was like one of the worst deaths ever.
Sitwell, Agent Sitwell. Thank you.
Yeah, that was so bad. I was like, you think they're gonna let you in there? Oh yeah. Out the car. I was wow.
That is one of the best scenes in movies right there. Please somebody say homecoming, freight car, and whatever you need to say so we can get back the old Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
In this show. But anyway, we got this show coming out. So we're going to talk about two things. Number one, Falcon actually getting the mantle, because it could have been either one. It could have been Falcon or it could have been Bucky that got the shield of Captain America. So why do you think he got it? That's number one. And the second thing we want to talk about is the coming show and what do you think is going to happen. So Chuck, why don't you go ahead and take it, sir? Why do you think that it was Falcon that got the mantle of Captain America and not Bucky?
First of all, I think he was the best choice based off of for the cinematic universe, because I mean, when you really show a person killing somebody like a couple years ago, you can't just then put a flag on him and people are just like, oh, now he's our leader, man in chief, and we just want to support him so much. Like the whole world was looking for this dude. He's not a good dude.
Like we were just talking about. And throwing people out of cars in the highway, yeah.
So that's one reason. I also think that Falcon is deserving because he's like basically, Captain America's right hand dude. Like regardless if he didn't have no tight connection with, but like Bucky and him had growing up and living, 80 years ago together. He was like, okay, I met you out here jogging in Washington D.C. and then I helped you, hide you for a little bit. Like he basically he brought everything to the relationship. So he deserved something to come back to him, because he just Captain America has just been a taker in that relationship. So like, just hey, can you hide us? I know you don't really know me, but I'm Captain America. So it was like,
right.
It's like, yeah.
Can you imagine the level of bitter and petty that Falcon would have been if Bucky got the shield? Bro. Like, oh yeah, I see he got the shield. That's all good. I mean, it's not like I tried to kill you or anything.
And even go back to the end of Endgame when Cap goes back in time and doesn't come back in that 3 seconds. Who is irate? I mean, he's like, get him back. Where's he at? Get
Right.
back here! He's like yelling at the Hulk over there, like, really, Falcon? Okay, Falcon. You was like, that's your dude. I see. Let me make sure I get him back. And then Bucky's like, Sam, calm down. Check him out. He over there. So, I definitely like. I don't know. I don't know how
He was yelling at the whole thing.
He was yelling at the Hulk. But Falcon, Sam. I don't know. I don't know how much Captain America. You know, I guess his relationship wise, like, it's never got to that Bucky level. But he's like, yeah, he's my friend in this time and in this decade. But you know, but Bucky's my bro. You know, that's my bro from that's my man, my dude from another mother type of thing. It was like, so it's like he never could get to that way with Cap. So, hey, Cap just had to just go ahead and handle that shield because he's the only person that's actually supposed to be alive in that time anyway. It'd be kind of stupid giving it to Winter Soldier. But also, just outside just being funny, I think that it was cool. It's good to see another person holding the mantle. I know he's not going to be Captain Rogers, but he'll make his own Captain America legacy in the movies and in TV shows. And I think he'll do well. He'll do well with it. I don't know how they're going to do everybody online were talking about, hey, he's just a regular man, but so is Hawkeye and so is Black Widow. Like, I mean, they train and they basically were able to turn themselves into a living weapon. I don't know how much training he has, but he looks really good when he's flying with that freaking Falcon suit. He can take out aliens and stuff. So I mean, I think as long as he can practice on the shield throwing and get his hand-to-hand combat, I think he should be good to go.
I think he needs to just take the shield and put it on the shelf somewhere. He don't really need that.
Hey,
I mean, he got missiles.
He does. He does have missiles.
Yeah,
but he needs the shield to be Captain America. Just throw it up.
He just needs to get a paint job. That's all he needs. Go ahead and get that red, white, and blue. I'm Captain America. Where's your shield, please? I don't need that. One other thing, Chuck. I don't know if you knew this, but when Captain America, when Falcon became Captain America in the comics, it was part of this whole SJW and all this, they're forcing diversity on us. Like, people were mad. Like, that was when Thor became a woman and all this type of stuff as well. So, but I have noticed that when it came to the moviegoers, they seem to be, for the most part, okay with it. Like, I've seen a couple of people that have said some things that were highly inappropriate. Kind of pissed me off, and it won't just the people that you think either. It's some brown people like us, but not exactly like us, and it just kind of pisses me off a little bit. But for the most part, it seems like there's a lot of positivity. What do you think? Like, how do you think people are accepting there being a Black Captain America, and how does that compare to like the comic book world?
To be honest, I don't care. I don't care. 2019, I'm kind of tired of just tiptoeing around, making everybody feel good. Look, there's other people in this world that like comic books, like sci-fi, like the movie we just talked about, the Back to the Future type movie with Black people. So,
see you yesterday.
See you yesterday. It's like, I'm tired of always wondering, like, oh, how do we feel about having a Black person, having a Black this? Like, yes, Black people can do anything white people can do. All right, if you don't want to watch it, don't watch it. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I want to see a Black guy, somebody that my kids can see and want to be like in a cosplay or a comic book. And they don't have to be, only see white people being superheroes. Why can't they be a Black Captain America? There's a Black Captain America in the comics. He don't have to be the same as Captain America. He's Sam Wilson. He got a whole different background, tell a whole different story. Tori just said earlier in some of the comments, that was one reason he thought Sam was chosen, because they could go a whole different route in storytelling with Sam as Captain America than Bucky, because Bucky's basically the same type of dude. War hero, that Frozen, all the type of stuff. So I'm kind of just like, hey, you're gonna deal with it, guys. A lot of people support diversity. So if you don't want to support it, find something else to watch. There's plenty of channels, or start your own shows. and you can get your own audience. You can stay in your bubble. But it's progressive age, and we had a black president. Nobody thought that was gonna happen forever. Hey, it's allowing everybody to just move forward in life and take all these restrictions off of us, and just be one unity, be one united force here in the world, and stop putting everybody in classes. So I like seeing Captain America representing Sam and Black. I think that's important.
That's some deep stuff right there. Like, I feel like I should end the show. I got us viewed from a different side. I don't know how to follow that.
Hey, I'm sorry. That was the question you asked me. I just give you my answer.
That's good stuff. That's real, man. That's real. And I feel so. I'll start with that question and then go back to the first one I asked you. Yeah, I'm with you, man. I'm tired of pussyfooting around certain things. There's other people, here. But I am kind of proud of the internet community overall, that they have accepted this. It really kind of goes to show you that it seems like maybe there are some things in the comic book world, the nerds, of which I'm one, that are a little less accepting of certain things. And that's unfortunate, because the reality of the situation is that the whole thing about being a nerd is the fact that you are not accepted by the overall culture. So then when all of a sudden, when what you like becomes popular, all of a sudden you want to be like, oh, well, only certain people can be this way. Like, that's completely wrong, dude. Like, when you were a nerd, everybody was talking junk about you, and the whole thing is to be accepted. You want to be accepted, so now be accepting. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. But I'm proud of the internet culture overall. Now let's see here, and hello to Christy Walker, who just popped in and said hello to us here. Let me see here. They'll say, "Oh, why did Falcon get the shield?" As I think I said on another show, I really think it made a lot more sense for Falcon to get it, because if you're going to look at from the standpoint of the end of Avengers Endgame, if Bucky had gotten that shield, it would have been a complete insult to the memory and the death of Tony Stark. I mean, because again, this is a character that murdered his parents. So you're going to take the person that murdered this guy's parents and then make him the next Captain America. And they never resolved the situation. If they had resolved the situation, if Bucky and Tony had the chance to talk about it, if Tony after 5 years realized, I understand that you were not this wasn't you, you were completely under somebody else's control. Like, if he had come to that understanding, but they never did come to that understanding. So there you go. I saw something of Chuck. It was hilarious to me. It was a post on Facebook that said, "What if when Tony got the Infinity Gauntlet, that he snapped away Thanos' army, and he also snapped away Bucky."
That would have been so petty.
And I was thinking to myself, what if that's all that he did? What if it's like, I am Iron Man? And everybody was like, what just happened? And then Bucky's like, Steve!
He's like, Tony! Yes,
Thanos would have took his army and left, be like, that's cold. That's cold right there. Oh boy! But yes, I definitely think that's the reason why it made sense to give Falcon the thing. So now that Falcon has the shield. Oh, and again, I do agree with some people what they're saying. I had this question when it came to Captain America, to Falcon being Captain America in general. I don't really understand how that works for him. I would almost rather see him be Falcon, but play the role of Captain America, because I mean, with all his abilities, his ability to fly and shoot missiles, and now we're seeing him stabbing people with those wings, and the wings are a shield too. Like, that's a step. Like, throwing a shield at people, that's kind of a step down. And it's like, to me, if he's flying through the air and he's got to be like, throw the shield at somebody, it's like,
well, it's not like he uses his arms to fly. He has jetpacks with wings on the back of him, so I'm like, he's just throwing something I mean, he can do a lot of things with that. He has a freedom with his arms. He can shoot.
Yeah, we saw that. Like in Winter Soldier, like the first time he puts it on, like he's coming out with the Uzis. Or in Ant-Man, we saw him shooting the Uzis at people. Yeah, ask me if I'd rather have Uzis or a shield.
Well, let's think about this. Basically, what's going to happen is when he's up and above, he's going to be doing his thing with the missiles and guns and stuff. But then when he's fighting hand to hand, you know, he definitely got to do the Winter Soldier type of Captain America, be bouncing that thing around, smacking people, you know, kicking people in the face, flying up here. Yeah, I think he's gonna do his thing with it. I mean, once he gets, you know, he's gonna have to learn how to throw that sucker. So it's like Cap had a long time to learn, but I think they'll CGI at least some really cool effects with that shield. And I think the main thing is like it's not necessarily that he throws the shield, but it's like what he stands for humanity. It's like Captain America was like the you know, the protector of the world, almost type of thing. Like he was the honorable man, the one that everybody trusted in and looked up to. And he's passing to Falcon that gave his life, well, not gave his life, but basically, you know, risked his life for, you know, the world and Infinity War and all these other things. He's part of the Avengers. So I think that's basically what it is. I think it's still gonna be Falcon, but he's just gonna be he's gonna be painted like War Machine was painted up like as Iron Patriot.
There you go.
He got a new paint job.
Okay. So since you're on it, so what do you think is going to happen in this show?
Yeah, they haven't really given us any type of information on it, so this is all going to be theories from our side. I think they're going to use these episodes to really kind of dig in the personality of Sam and basically kind of seeing him transition from just being a sidekick character to being like the character. Like having all the responsibilities, seeing kind of what Cap was doing. Like, because we only see him in the movies, but we don't see his day-to-day, you know, everything he's planning, like when we saw Endgame, we saw Natasha basically running, it looked kind of like a SHIELD type of Avengers type of thing with the different leaders across the world. So kind of seeing him taking that mantle and being that leader and checking everybody and keeping everybody focused on what's the next goal, how to protect the Earth, and cosmic forces, and all that type of stuff. So I think they're going to go deep in that, and they're also going to jump into Bucky, like just kind of just having Bucky just, I guess, probably try to have a life because he's never really had one since he's gotten back. You know, he was trying to kill people once they unthawed him, and then his head was he was on the run for the next movie, and then after that he went to Wakanda, went frozen to get his head fixed, and then he had like his little zen moment out there, and you know, in his little hut with his honeys. And then after that they pulled him, gave him a new arm, made him go back to war, and he got dusted. So he didn't really have that much time to like, hey, let me just check it. Let me go far from home real quick and go just check out the scenery. So maybe we'll see a little bit of that with him, kind of just getting his life on track and just find out what he wants to do in life outside, just killing people.
Because you know he's not invited to Wakanda anymore. Because Wakanda's gonna be like, yeah, the last time that we let other people in here, it did not go so well.
He's like, I thought I was your boy. I didn't even know y'all. I know your dialect. You know, I know your language. I got my property. You know, y'all left me the land. Y'all took that away. I know at least get to keep the arm.
Sure, gonna be like, away, colonizer.
Let me say bye to my boobs then. You know, I had a question of that.
At the very least.
Wolf.
Right, exactly. Goodbye, White Wolf. I don't know. I really don't know what's going to happen in this show. I feel, though, like they could potentially deal a lot with the repercussions of Bucky being the Winter Soldier. I mean, because he's killed a lot of people. You know, like quite a few. And, you know, if Tony was mad about it, then there's some other people that might be upset about this. Like, the running gag could be Falcon be like, is this who did you kill this time? Like, every episode is somebody showing up.
With Agent, not Agent Carter, but what's Agent Carter's niece? The girl.
Also Agent Carter.
Oh yeah. But basically with her, she was like, "Hey, he tried to choke me or something," and Captain America's like, "Oh, add it to the list." Add it to the list of like things that he's done to his friends that you need to apologize for.
Right.
I was like, "Hey, Bucky, he's killing everybody."
Yeah. So I think there might be a bunch of people that are rolling up on him, you know, to try to get revenge for the things that he's done, or to try to recruit him. You know, so it may be, you know, Falcon trying to look out for him a lot, but I really don't have a clue as to how they're going to do this. You know, I wonder if they'll even deal with some of the racial issues with Captain America being black. Like they might really just dig into that, because that was something they dealt with in the comic books, because they reflected what was happening in the real world in the comic books, you know, which I thought was very interesting. So they, you know, they might possibly go that way, you know, with the show as well. I don't know. That would be interesting if they did that. I hope they don't dwell on that though. You know, I hope they, you know, touch on it a little bit, but let's let the dude be Captain America. If he's gonna be Captain America, let's let him be Captain America. Let's not, you know, deal so much with people being upset about it. You know what I mean? Taken away from it a little bit. But I really don't know what's going to happen. I'm curious. I'm curious to see how Falcon's going to be flying around with this big old shield. I hope they don't take away from him using his missiles and stabbing people with the wings and stuff, because Falcon is like one of the most underrated characters in like the whole MCU. Like people are always giving all these props to Cap. But if you look at Avengers Infinity War, when they first show up, when it was Cap, Black Widow, and Falcon, Cap didn't do nothing. He didn't do nothing but catch that shield. I mean, catch the spear. That was it. Because he hold on to the gun at the end. It was your boy Falcon kicking people. He kicked your girl, whatever her name was. He kicked her twice. He pulled the gun on her and everything.
Take these feet. Take these African American feet, son.
Exactly. So Captain America needs the hammer to do work. So we don't know, but I'm sure excited to watch. I'm sure excited to watch that, and to watch WandaVision. And if Hulk has a show and War Machine has a show, whatever they're gonna give us, I will gladly take it. Guys, if you like what we did, make sure you leave us a like, leave us a comment here on Facebook or on YouTube as well. Tell us what you thought about the different movies that we watched today. What are your thoughts about Captain America, now Falcon, the Falcon Captain America, or the new Captain America, as well as the Winter Soldier, and whatever your thoughts you want to talk about. As usual, you have to subscribe. This is Color Commentary, where we give you views from a different side. Now it's black people. Peace.
One Saturday morning.